loaded up today for some good things. Holy moly, it is already Thursday. What is going on? Thank you guys for tuning in. The secret sauce for today is sometimes when you are in a dark place, you feel like you've been buried, when actually you've been planted. It's all your perspective. On the docket today, Tesla transfers $760 million in Bitcoin to an unknown wallet. Italy is considering raising the Bitcoin capital gains tax to 42%, and Bitcoin signals potential dips to 61K before the Q4 rally is actually in full force. Bitcoin RSI breakout signals expanded till March 2025, and the Israel-Iran conflict could benefit Bitcoin despite the risk. Sui and Pith are showing super bullish signs for October potential, and MogCoin is on an absolute tear. Crypto interest rises in swing states, especially among Gen Z. And Shiba Inu whale activity has dropped significantly. What does it mean for the long term? We are going to bring chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Thursday. It is October 17th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the crypto greed and fear index is coming in at a 71. We are firm in the greed zone. Market cap is receded by about 0.71%. 24-hour volume is also down about 31.53%. Bitcoin dominance, it's up. Ethereum dominance is also up. We have 19 days until the presidential election. Today's token watch is a token called Aptos, ticker sign APT. It is only up 21% on the 7-day, but it is worth having on your list. Aptos is a scalable layer 1 blockchain built using the Move language, offering innovations in consensus smart contract security as well as decentralization. Aptos improves throughput and latency through a modular transaction processing system allowing parallel execution. Its architecture supports frequent upgrades and sharding capabilities for future scalability, aiming to bring Web3 to the masses efficiently. That is a lot to take in, but that is their description, and I just wanted to give you some back end for what is on the front end. And in breaking news, we have the SEC faces Ripple appeal deadline brings uncertainty as the XRP community is speculating about the SEC's next move as the deadline for Ripple's appeal approaches. And institutional interest and whale accumulation have driven Bitcoin to a 10-week high. We have Siam Commercial Bank. They become the first Thai bank to use stablecoins for cross-border payments. They are going crypto and the first to do so. It's interesting to watch people utilize stablecoins as the on-ramp. We have Ripple. They are pledging $1 million to support crisis aid using blockchain, and they are going to use the RLUSD stablecoin. And Bitcoin accumulation signals a possible surge. An A16Z believes crypto can address some of AI's most pressing issues, and Polymarket hits $2 billion, and Trump is leading the way, but the story gets thick because there is a new whale that apparently has put about $12 million on Trump, swaying the predictions. Before we get into more news, let's check the numbers for the nerds, and the heat map is not looking absolutely terrible. We have Bitcoin trading at $67,488. It is up 13% on the week. Ethereum is trading at $2,618, up 10% on the week. BNB trading at $592, just below that 600 mark, up 6.5% on the week. Solana coming in at $151, up 10.5% for the week. XRP up 4% for the week, coming in at 55 cents. And on my pick list, the biggest weekly gainers, MogCoin is up 44%. SPX 6900 up 39%. Michi up 36%. Radium up 30%. Mumu the Bull up 29%. Brett 26%. Did you guys buy the dips? D5 volume is coming in at a clean $7.1 billion. We are up 23% for a weekly change to the good. Top coins as far as price goes in the last 24 hours for the big market movers in meme coin world. We have Popcat up 9.46%. WIF basically trading flat. Brett up 1%. Nero also flat. Mu 6.2%. And on the downside, we have Shiba Inu, Pepe, Floki, Bonk, and Doge. All of these have not started that meteoric rise. When Bitcoin tends to pump, it tends to pull liquidity from the meme coin space. As Bitcoin begins to crab walk sideways, we will see interest go back into some of these meme coins. You just have to bide your time. Checking in on the Poly Market breaking news. Will North Korea and South Korea have a military clash before the end of the year? Bets are coming in. 17% say it is going to happen. Will Kamala go on Joe Rogan before the election? Will Trump go on Joe Rogan before the election? Israel strike on Iran nuclear facility. Holy moly. So much is happening in the world. We're going to check in on the top 5 coins visited in the last 7 days. This is one of my favorite lists. Every single one of these coins that I bring up, I put it out in my Substack daily. They should be on your list just to continue to do research on. Begin to paper trade these and see where you would come in if you bought today and just waited 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, or even a week. We have Carve coming in at 85% plus on the 7-day exchange, followed by Athena, WorldCoin, Aptos, and Celestia. All of these are on the list consistently, except Carve. This is a new entrant into our list. Looking at some of the what the fuck news, we have Liam Payne's tragic death at 31 stunned fans. He is a former One Direction member. He fell from a balcony in Buenos Aires. Kamala Harris, she sparks debate with a fiery Fox News interview asserting her independence as the 2024 election heats up. There are mixed reviews on her performance. Amazon, we talked about yesterday that in my Substack that Google is doing some stuff with nuclear power. Amazon is getting ready to embrace nuclear power as well. All of this is where we need to go. Oil is never the answer, period. Nuclear is safe, it is green, it is where we are going. Whether you believe me or disagree with me, that is where we are headed. TSMC's AI chip surged 39%. That is Taiwan's semiconductor giant. They are reported to have a significant increase in their output. This is important because when we have chip production, what are these chips going to go into? Are there going to be physical goods that follow? People watch this in the stock market. It is an interesting thing to have on your forecast. And the U.S. strikes Houthi positions in Yemen. Getting into the fucking crazy meme coins that have been moving. We have Trump, FTT, Prime, BDX, and WRAP, WNXM. I just want to touch quickly on the Prime Echelon P token. This is on many people's lists as something that will perform well. I do not know about it. It is something that I've seen pop up not only in this list, but I've seen it pop up on the socials. So I will do a deep dive on this probably tomorrow in my Substack. On the red side, we have Sundog, Caspa, Zcash, Ultima, and Chili's looking at some red candles. My pick for this morning was a token called Retardia. It had a current market value of $5.8 million. It is trading about 4.97 at the moment. Looking at the Polymarket prediction to see who will be in the White House, 60% to the Trump, 39% to Kamala Harris. We have 19 days, as I said, till the election. Is this data absolutely skewed? The only reason I bring that up is because I started posting this in my Substack about 2 months ago, daily. The Polymarket bet versus who's going to be in the White House in correlation to the price of Bitcoin. And as we saw the two go back and forth, Bitcoin moved not accordingly, but there was a correlation between the two. Now that we have Trump at 60% and Kamala Harris all the way down to 39%, Bitcoin has not moved up as dramatically as it should if many people believe that Trump will be in the White House and it is going to be a crypto-friendly course moving forward. The Bitcoin price is not reflecting, in my opinion, what the Polymarket betting price is. That's just my 2 cents. Bitcoin poised for a rally, but correction possible before takeoff. All this is coming from Mikhail Vande Pop. He believes that the bulls are cautiously optimistic. While the recent rally has been promising, many analysts warn of potential short-term price dip due to high volatility. Some predict a drop to around 61K before a significant upward climb. What I would like to say is it is always difficult to catch a falling knife. If you are interested in some of these commodities, it is not a bad time to start dipping your toe in. And we have eyes on Ethereum. As the founder of Vitalik Buterin, he is aiming for absolutely huge things with a roadmap to scale Ethereum to a staggering 100,000 transactions per second. This plan focuses on keeping the core network decentralized while utilizing layer 2 solutions to create faster and faster transactions. We have crypto analyst that is super bullish on Bitcoin's future, and we are talking about Kevin Svensson. Bitcoin's recent 15% surge is signaling a bullish tune. He sees Bitcoin entering expansion phase, potentially lasting until March 2025. And what is interesting, I watched his video, and at the start of the month, Bitcoin usually tends down. It finishes to the top of the month. It starts down and moves up. This pattern has continued. So we are basically set for some parabolic movement. This mixes in with our distance from the halving. Now, the magic number in previous cycles was 161 days to begin this parabolic movement. We have not seen that with Bitcoin this time. It is a spring that, in my opinion, is loaded with more tension than it ever has loaded. The things that is keeping it from springing is the geopolitical tensions and the race for the White House. These are priced in for the moment. Once we have a tune of certainty, that spring is going to absolutely go parabolic. Next up, a Substack that I enjoy reading states that geopolitical tensions could impact Bitcoin price. What are we talking about? The escalating conflict between Israel and Iran is being watched closely by the entire crypto world. BitMEX founder Arthur Hayes believes it could benefit Bitcoin even if it disrupts Iranian mining. He compares this to China's mining ban, which had minimal lasting impact. Arthur Hayes is an absolute Chad. He was recently skiing. It looks like he did not put enough chapstick on. Altcoin market shows signs of life. We are talking about SUI and Pyth. Both tokens are showing bullish potential, with SUI breaking a key price barrier and Pyth Network targeting a breakout above its long-term average. And when we get into meme coin mania, it is back in action. MogCoin is aiming for a piece of the pie, predicting a potential increase of another 50% by the end of 2024 and a staggering 588% by 2030. All of this is fueled by viral marketing and increased exchange listing, and Mog is on the timeline every day, and it is my absolute favorite meme. Crypto poised to play a role in upcoming elections. New research reveals growing interest in cryptocurrencies in swing states across the United States. Gen Z voters are leading the charge, with nearly a quarter planning to invest in crypto over traditional assets. Additionally, hedge funds are embracing crypto, with nearly half now exposure in digital assets. This trend will continue to propel us forward. We just need the younger generation to pick up the torch. If we get Trump in the White House, the spring will go boom. If you are a Shiba Inu holder, you have to keep your eye on this, is that we have seen a decline with whale activity. Why is that important? Because when there is a decline in large whale activity, it skews the market, and not seeing the volume is not a good sign. So Shiba Inu is facing a potential hurdle with a significant drop in large transactions. This could lead to increased volatility and hinder price movements. However, a new partnership with Mass offers a glimpse of hope, potentially boosting SHIB's utility and future performance. The Shiba Army, they are not going anywhere. It is worth noting that the volume has dropped off. Do we see it pick back up? I sure hope so. If you guys are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.